The story you're about to hear is a cautionary tale like no other. For there are no heroes in this story, only victims and villains. Las Vegas, Sin City, the entertainment capital of the world. Music, magic, and comedy. But behind the lights, darkness, vice, alcohol, sex, and gambling. This is the true story of Vinnie Favorito, the con man of comedy. Vinnie's story starts out in Boston. You see, Vinnie comes from that school of Boston comics that includes Joe Rogan, Louis C.K., and many other talented people.
Boston has the best comics you've ever seen in your life. Guys you'll never see in your life, but they're that good. And I came up through the ranks and caught up to these guys in the headliner status where there were lines of guys like me trying to get in and break through. And there were certain groups of us like Nick DiPaolo, myself, Jackie Flynn. We all broke out together.
But his big break came in 1998 when he won the prestigious San Francisco Comedy Festival.
I just moved out to California from Boston. I don't really fit in California. I'm a comic. I sleep all day. Yesterday I had to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to do a radio show. I looked out my window and people were running.
The San Francisco Stand-Up Comedy Competition is a very prestigious event.
This is Mickey Joseph. Mickey was also a finalist in the 1998 San Francisco Comedy Festival.
Welcome to the stage, Mr. Mickey Joseph.
Pull you over for drunk driving, they give you a sobriety test. The first thing they ask you to do, of course, is say the alphabet. Make sure you say it, don't sing it. You know, a lot of people go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K, X, Y, Z.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Vinnie Favorito.
I myself, I am Italian. I like being Italian, but people say stupid things to you when you're Italian. Like I'll tell them my name, Vinnie. They're always like, yeah, you look like a Vinnie. Well, you look like a how's that? What the hell's a Vinnie supposed to look like? I get this one all the time. Hey, Vinnie, what's bada boom, bada bing really mean? Well, that's the noise you make while you're in the trunk. Bada boom, bada bing. Bada boom, bada bing. I got this one the other day. You're Italian, huh? Your people, they're pretty tight. My people. Like I belong to an Indian tribe or something. Can you picture me on the horizon in my Seville with my squaw, Roseanne, and my firstborn, little running numbers?
The winner of the 23rd San Francisco International Stand-Up Comedy Competition, and he gets the crown, Vinnie Favorito.
From there, Vinnie headed to Los Angeles. His brash insult comedy landed him a spot on the dais at the legendary Friars Club in Beverly Hills. He roasted every celebrity of the time, everyone from Magic Johnson to Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was clear that insult comedy was Vinnie's lane.
It's all these big names, and I'm sitting there and they're taking pictures of people saying I'm literally trying to lean in just to get in the picture because nobody knew who I was. This was the first one, and the roast started. I go up, no one knew who I was, and I destroyed it. I got a standing O at the roast, and everybody's like, now all the cameras are on me, they're taking pictures of me, now I'm like this. And Bud Freeman was walking around like a proud peacock. Told you, because I actually stole the show. And that was it. From then on, every roast on the West Coast, they'd call me. I did Eris Foundation year after year after year with Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these guys. I mean, just over and over again. So that's really how it happened.
After making a name for himself at the Friars Club in Los Angeles, Vinnie headed to Las Vegas. Vinnie started out in downtown Las Vegas, landing himself an entertainment contract at Binion's, one of the only entertainers in the history of this town to do so. Benny Binion was notorious for hating entertainment. He wanted all his guests gambling as much as possible. But somehow, Vinnie landed a gig there, and it went extremely well.
The thing about Vinnie is he really taps into an old Las Vegas tradition. Obviously, his act itself goes back to Don Rickles.
This is Mike Weatherford, author and journalist.
Now, most of your comedy in Vegas, you have what we call comedy clubs, even though they're rooms inside casinos. They're not actual clubs like they are in other cities, but it's what we call the brick wall format. Now, with Vinnie, he had turned the corner. He was actually selling a ticket. And so in a way it was impressive because the only other people that were here you had definitely heard of. You had definitely heard of Carrot Top, George Wallace, Rita Rudner, but then Vinnie Favorito. Well, wow, he must be good. He's a headliner.
We started downtown. They had just bought Binions, Harris did. They bought it and sold it like an hour later. But the deal in the selling it was they had to manage it for 1 year. So I went down to Binions. I was the first headliner and last headliner ever in Binion's property because Benny Binion didn't believe in entertainment in the casino.
After a few years at Binion's with a pretty successful run, he finally made his way closer to the Strip, landing eventually at O'Shea's. O'Shea's feels more like a college pub than a comedy club or casino. But that didn't matter because Vinnie was able to do the one thing in town most people can't, and that's sell tickets nightly.
If you've never heard of O'Shea's, there's probably a good reason for that. It was very hard to find. It was this little dinky casino that was attached onto the Flamingo. But again, Bill and Vinnie were there at just the right time.
People were coming out to see him at O'Shea's, and it wasn't that big a theater.
Vinnie had a great run at O'Shea's for a few years, and it was just the thing he needed to land him his next gig. The ultimate gig for any stand-up comedian working his way up in the town. Headline entertainer at Bugsy's Showroom Cabaret at the legendary Flamingo Hotel.
When they moved into Bugsy's Cabaret on the main floor, that was another case of being in the right place at the right time. The Second City comedy troupe had tried for years to make it, just couldn't dig in long term, and the room was up for grabs.
Given the mob ties to Bugsy Siegel, and the role he played in the founding of the Flamingo and the creation of Las Vegas, there was no better place for a wisecracking Italian from the East Coast to end up.
You can put 1 million billboards of any show in this town. Nobody gets the advertisement like I do from word of mouth.
The reason why you go to a Vinnie Favorito show is every show is different. He picked on every single race, every minority. It did not matter. It was break balls comedy, stuff that I'm used to back home with my friends.
Meet Bill Krackenberger, AKA the Crackman, professional sports bettor and advantage gambler.
I actually am a rare person. I lived in the Golden Nugget for 3 years at the top of the Golden Nugget. And I used to come down and see Vinnie all the time. He was in the poker room.
Vinnie earned the nickname Rickles with Venom. He was heir apparent to Rickles' throne. By all measures, Vinnie was set to be Las Vegas's next big insult comedian. For most entertainers with a backstory like that, you couldn't ask for anything better. But like the Greeks show us, tragedy and comedy go hand in hand, and Vinnie's mask was beginning to slip.
Believe me, it's not easy to tell this story, okay? Because I was raped. And if you get raped, you don't fucking want anybody to know. Not your friends, not your enemies, nobody.
Director Brian Burkhart puts it best. With any other vice, like drugs or alcohol, there's just so much one person can do till they either pass out or pass away. But with gambling, there is no bottom. You could wipe away generations of wealth in a night, and Vinnie was hell-bent on doing so.
Vinnie was a con man. Vinnie is a con man.
I cost myself friends, I cost myself jobs, I cost myself all kinds of things, but I'm funny. And my gambling screwed my credit up so bad that my co-signer needs a co-signer. Well, things are about to change.
Gambling, it's the most dangerous human vice.
It's like a drug.
I think he played poker to get new people.
Oh, I was great at gambling. I just kept running out of chips.
All Vinnie wanted to do, get a new victim every night.
Believe me, because I was.
His hooks are getting ready to be inside of you.
He had his hooks in me.
You're in trouble, brother.
This is a roast. You want freaking ratings? I'm going to give you freaking ratings.
Everyone's going to be going after him to get his money.
Who's got a warrant?
I cut Vinnie off at the $75,000 mark.
He took out $3,000 instead of $2,000, and I didn't realize it till the next day.
He was about $80,000 into me.
Like, he wanted to see me get a beating in the parking lot at the Rio.
Because he knew the mob.
Yeah, he knew the mob because he owed him.
It's all about action. And every one of us are degenerates.
For the first time in my life, I thought I should buy a gun.
IRS agents are asking him questions and he's making jokes.
If Vinnie ended up in the shallow grave, it would be a happy ending.
Anything I could say to get $1, I would do it.
He transitions from comic to friend very quickly. And then right after that, you transition to his banker.
I was on stage with these guys every night, and believe me, they're gonna go nuts when they see this freaking movie.
You can watch the full story of how Vinnie Plays Vegas, April 21st on Tubi TV.